Welcome, welcome everyone. Wow, it feels like it's been ages, right? Since we've had our last Neuro-Yoga session, but we are back in the game today with a super interesting topic. I remember that we did have a brain detox session earlier on, but we didn't quite put our focus on the Dura Mater, which is your brain fascia, you might say. It's a fascia-like membrane that protects your brain. It surrounds your brain. Yeah, it's like a thin membrane. It also surrounds your spinal cord. And it's kind of, yeah, it wraps around your brain stem and also your vagus nerve. So it's kind of a big thing, you know? When your Dura Mater is restricted in some way, it can contribute to brain fog, headaches, dizziness, poor focus. It can also dysregulate your nervous system because, as I said, it's tightly connected to your vagus nerve. If the Dura Mater is restricted, like what does it mean? How does it cause all of these symptoms? If it's restricted, it kind of slows down the flow of something that is called CSF, which is your cerebral spinal fluid. That's the fluid that transports nutrients to your brain and that also transports toxins away from your brain or just waste products. So your CSF fluid is super important to keep your brain nourished, right? So this is what we're going to do. How do you know that you need to train your Dura Mater, your brain fascia? Obviously, if you suffer from brain fog symptoms or from poor concentration, also if you tend to experience headaches and migraines that feel like you have this tension, like a band of tension around your head or tension at the base of your skull, that's also very typical for Dura Mater restrictions. If you feel dizzy and off balance, that can have something to do with that. Or if you have like chronic neck tension, if your jaw is always tight, also your upper back, if you have tension there, and also if you had like a concussion, head injury in the past, right? Because head trauma can also cause these restrictions to the Dura Mater, to the brain fascia, and this then restricts also the blood flow to the brain. So it restricts the nerve signals and it restricts the healing which you need in those situations. So let's get started with our Dura Mater training. We are going to start on our mats. As always, I got my cushion over here to sit with a straight spine. You can also sit on your knees, on your heels, whatever feels comfortable for you. Just make sure that your hips are above your knees, because then it'll be easier to keep a straight spine. Okay, let's take a moment to just arrive on our mats. Take a deep breath in through the nose and exhale through the mouth. Just sigh it out. One more time, in through the nose and exhale. Third and last time, in through the nose. Exhale, release. All right. Now you have noticed that I've been talking a lot about this region here, the upper back, the neck, and kind of the connection between your neck and your skull. So we will start doing some neck rotations. Just move your neck from from one side to the other. See if you can feel any tension there. If you find a spot that feels tense, then just stop the movement there for 1 second. Hold. Breathe into the tension. And then move on. Also listen to the sounds that are coming from your neck and the base of your skull as you do these movements. And then slowly come back to center. All right. We are now going to, kind of stretch our Dura Mater with eye movements, because the Dura Mater is, connected to the cranial nerves and your eye muscles. So just look up without moving your head and keep your gaze there for 10 seconds. Now look down for 10 seconds without moving your chin or your head. Now look to the left for 10 seconds. And to the right for 10 seconds. Back to center. If you feel a little dizzy doing that, that's a sign that your Dura Mater is restricted. Just try not to strain your eyes too much. If you notice that you're feeling dizzy looking up, just lower your eyes a tiny little bit. Okay, let's release our eyes. Just warm up your hand palms. Put them on your closed eyes for 1 moment. And then let's do a second round, okay? So 10 seconds looking up. And looking down for 10 seconds. To the left for 10 seconds. And to the right for 10 seconds. And release. Again, warm your hand palms. Put them over your eyes. Relax your eyes for 1 moment. Okay. So we're now going to come to tabletop position. What we're doing now is we're hydrating our Dura Mater now with cerebrospinal fluid. We're moving the fluid now. So come to tabletop position, and then it's as if we were doing cats and cows. So make sure your wrists are underneath your shoulders, your knees are in line with your hips. And then, as if you were doing cat-cows, but really slowly, we're going to do spinal waves. So you first tilt your pelvis, very slowly move up the spine, all the way along your spine, and then slowly, slowly back. This is not a stretching exercise. It's about mobility, okay? This is not about how far you can stretch, how long, how deep you can go, but it's really about a slow and very conscious movement. So pelvis, move along your spine, into the upper back, into your neck, and then slowly all the way back. Until you reach your pelvis. Tilt your pelvis at the end. One more time, very slow spinal waves. And always pay attention to what it feels like in your body. Last time. How slow can you go? Move as slowly as you possibly can. All right, let's take a child. Afterwards, extended child's pose. You can take your knees as wide as comfortable. And then you can come into a downward facing dog, or you just move straight into a forward fold. As always, you do whatever feels most comfortable to you. So in your forward fold, do take a bend to your knees, release from the lower back. And now we will do some Dura Mater flossing. Again, we will move along the spine. I want you to come up vertebra by vertebra. Very, very slowly. And if you feel that there's a tight spot along the way, just hold there for 1 second. Shoulders and head are the last to arrive. And then we're going down again. Slowly, slowly, vertebra by vertebra. Move really slowly here. If you move too fast, you might feel dizzy. Let's do this 5 to 7 times, depending on your speed. Your neck is in line with your spine. It's as if you were moving in honey. Everything is slow. Neck goes up at the top. If you're a bit ahead or behind with the movements, that's absolutely fine. You go at your own pace. And yes, it takes a while. This is my third time up. Challenge yourself to go slow now. We're always moving so quickly. We feel like we need to move quick to perform, to be good at something, right? But now, we really want to take our time. If you're way faster than me, then just continue with some intuitive movement. Take a moment to feel how your body wants to move in the moment. And if you're annoyed now by the slow pace, then meet this feeling with a sense of curiosity and be like, interesting. Why do I hate going so slowly? This is my 5th time up now. Going down again. All right, next time you're in your forward fold, come down onto your mat, lay down on your back. Now we will give ourselves a little massage. Maybe, I forgot to mention it at the beginning, maybe you have like some of these tools for fascia training. Maybe you also just have tennis balls. If you don't, no problem. We can just use our fingers and knuckles. So, take your fingers to the base of your skull, rather to the center, not so much to the sides, but to the center. This is where your Dura Mater is located, up here, like in the suboccipital region. And then kind of lay down on your knuckles, on your fingers. Feel the pressure. And then nod some yeses. Breathe in as you lift your chin. And exhale as you move your chin towards your chest. Continue that movement for about 1 full minute. And I do feel the tightness in there. I do need this today. All right, then slowly try some nose. Just very, very slight movement. It's not about a big range of motion here. Just slowly tilt your head from one side to the other, ever so slightly, and feel the pressure shift. Again, we'll be doing this for 1 full minute. See if you can enjoy it, even if it's kind of an uncomfortable feeling, even if it feels like you're working a trigger point here. If you feel some light pain, because your muscles might be tense in that area, your fascia might be tense. And then maybe take a second finger, your middle finger and your index finger. Move a little further down, just a tiny bit, still remaining in the suboccipital region. And now slightly press your fingers into this little ridge that you might feel here. And hold the pressure for about 30 seconds. And as you do that, relax your face and breathe deeply into your belly, into the sides and into the chest. Use your 3 deep breaths. Keep up the pressure from your fingertips. And feel how your breath adds on to the massaging effect of this little exercise. And on your next inhale, release. Roll to one side of your mat in fetal position and slowly press back up. Come into a comfortable seated position. And let's do some more neck rolls after that. From the left to the right. Maybe also draw some big circles. Just really get all the fluids moving again now. Don't forget to switch direction. Also move your upper shoulders a bit, pull them up to your ears and let them fall down. And then just draw some big circles. And now switch directions again. Make those circles really big as you can. All right. And then find a comfortable position for our last 5 minutes of meditation. You can either stay seated, you can also lay down on your back. I will hold the space here for you. You get into your comfortable position as I will guide you through a very brief meditation to wind down. Take the last movements to really settle into your position now. Close your eyes if that feels comfortable, or just soften your gaze. And then just feel if there's any region in your body that feels different now after these movements. And if you find a region that calls out for your attention, imagine that you're sending your breath there. Release all the tension from your body, especially from your face, your head and neck region. Release your jaw. Release your tongue. Release your cheeks. Release the muscles around your eyes, your eyebrows. And your forehead. Now imagine that you release your scalp. And imagine that your brain, so tense all the time, is now becoming softer, more fluid, that it's releasing all the tension, that it's unclenching like a fist. Feel the blood and the fluids rushing through your body, along your spinal cord, into your head. And really imagine how all the waste that has collected up there is now being transported away from your brain to be cleared. Feel yourself expanding with every inhale. And with every exhale, see if you can let go a little more. Now slowly take note of the sounds around you. Take note of the sounds that your body is producing, your breath, your heartbeat. And then very slowly move your fingers and toes and roll over to one side of your mat into your fetal position, the position of new beginnings. And if you want, you can also just stay there or you press back up into seated. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste, you guys. Have a wonderful rest of the evening. And if you haven't registered for our Brain Fog Reboot Camp, please do so. It's going to be amazing. You're going to learn so much about your brain. You're going to learn what areas are too active, what areas maybe are a little too sluggish, and you're going to learn exactly how to target those brain areas in your individual case. So save some of these last spots. I cannot wait to see you there. Yeah, it's already next Friday, so I wish you a wonderful rest of the evening. Also a very nice weekend, you guys. Yeah, can't wait to see you very soon. Bye-bye.